And a pleasant afternoon, and we welcome you here to Joe Becker Stadium here in Joplin, Missouri, as we get set for the winner's bracket game of the Region 16 tournament. It is the 18-23 Jefferson College Vikings and the 47-6, the number 6 ranked in the country, Crowder College Rough Riders. Along with Garrett Crane, Ben Wolcott here with you this afternoon for all the action. Your countdown to first pitch sponsors, Crowder College and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, as Crowder coming off of a 6-0 win yesterday afternoon, and the Jefferson College Vikings coming in off of a 13-2 win. So both these teams coming in off wins. Garrett, obviously, you win today. You're really far ahead as you advance to tomorrow afternoon's championship game.
Yeah, that'd be what we call sitting in the driver's seat. You know, you win right here this afternoon, and you're sitting in the championship and got to get beat twice. So that's what they're hoping for.
And both these teams obviously are hoping for that here this afternoon. Like you said, Jefferson College coming in at 18-23 overall. They had a guy yesterday that was 2 for 3 on the afternoon. That was Gideon Ansel. And they also had a couple other guys that seemed like 8 of the 9 guys had a hit. Peyton Howard went 2 for 3 on the afternoon, and so they hit the ball very well. And this is the one of the 2 teams that actually beat Crowder College this year in Region 16 play. Crowder did take 3 of 4, but this is one of the 2 teams that has a win against them, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, you know, Jefferson College is kind of the main competition of Crowder in that region, or has been in recent years, and so I would never count them out. It doesn't matter what kind of year they've had. It's going to be a good-fought game right here, and Crowder's going to have to be ready to go.
Let's get to the starting lineups here. Starting lineups brought to you by First Community Bank, Mac Steel, and New Mac Electric. First for the visiting Jefferson College Vikings. Leading off is the shortstop, number 1, Josh Gibson. Batting second is the center fielder, number 7, Jack Rigoni. Batting third and playing right field, number 17, Gideon Ansel. Batting fourth is the first baseman, number 30, Matt Shark. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, number 16, Jordan Ducan. Batting seventh is the third baseman, number 12, Matthew Albritton. Batting eighth and doing the catching here, I have that messed up, batting seventh and doing the catching here this afternoon, Landon Tankoff. Batting eighth is the second baseman, number 6, Michael Paul. And batting ninth is the left fielder, number 10, Peyton Howard. Their starter here this afternoon is Brayton Feetink. He brings a 6.75 ERA into the contest, 2-3 on the season. Now the starting lineup for Crowder College comes in at 47-6 overall. They had a 32-game winning streak at one point here this afternoon, or I should say this season. Leading off is the second baseman, number 15, Logan Chambers. Batting second is the third baseman, number 10, Josh Patrick. Batting third is the left fielder, number 2, Peyton Holt. Batting fourth is the right fielder, number 19, Landry Wilkerson. Batting fifth is the first baseman, number 7, Gavin Glasgow. Batting sixth is the designated hitter, number 28, Frankie Cercello. Batting seventh is the shortstop, number 13, Jeffrey Mercado. Batting eighth and doing the catching here this afternoon, Chaz Poppy. And batting ninth and playing center field, number 1, Clayton Gray. Starter here for the Rough Riders, Caleb Hill, number 23, a 3.19 ERA. He is 8-1 overall this season. This is a very good Crowder team, and you don't want to minimize that. Jeffco has been the main competition, but they got their work cut out for them here this afternoon.
Well, they do, and Crowder is a very, very offensive club this year, and putting up a lot of numbers, hitting a lot of home runs, and hard to keep up with them. So they're definitely going to have to come ready to score some runs. I got a feeling, because Crowder's definitely going to get some on the board.
Crowder with a 6-0 win yesterday afternoon against Metropolitan. Metropolitan got eliminated here today in the first game. It was a 6-3 final as they fell to St. Charles. And so the loser of this contest will face St. Charles in the 6 o'clock contest here this evening. Crowder, 92 home runs in the regular season. They added one yesterday afternoon as it was Landry Wilkerson. He hit one just to the left of the scoreboard for Crowder's lone home run of the game. We came into that game yesterday talking about all the home runs they hit as a team, and then they only hit one yesterday afternoon, and it was a pretty dead wind yesterday. There really wasn't much. Today the wind is going out towards center field, so if you can get a ball in a jet stream, you have a chance for it to fly. As Josh Gibson will lead things off for Jefferson College against Caleb Hill, and Gibson steps into the box. As here comes the first pitch to Gibson, and that's high and outside for a ball, and so the count is 1-0. As here comes a 1-0 pitch, and that pitch also outside, so the count moving to 2-0. Yesterday, Dylan Carter picked up the win for the Rough Riders. He had 6 innings of work. He was erratic a little bit. He picked up the win. 6 innings, 4 hits, 5 base on balls, 7 strikeouts. Thomas Emmerich came in, pitched the final 3 innings, 2 hits, and 4 strikeouts as Gibson takes a called strike. And so the count now is 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike here on Gibson, as the 3-1 pitch is laced in the air to right field and deep. It's going to go on the wall, and it hits off that fence, and it rolls away from the right fielder, and it could be an inside the park home run as Wilkerson stumbles, and he gets back to the bag safely. So a triple to start the game for Josh Gibson, as out there in right field, Wilkerson stumbling around, and that hill does come into play as well. We didn't mention that, but that hill is not something that you're used to playing with. Obviously, Crowder plays here a lot in the postseason, so it's something that they have seen before, but not something you see every day.
No, and he definitely struggled as he turned around to try to get a beat on that and went up the hill and kind of lost his footing a little bit.
As that pitch is in there for a called strike. And so the count is no balls and 1 strike. Like we said, Hill on the season, 8-1, a 3 ERA. As the count, 1 ball and 1 strike here on the number 2 hitter. That ball is in there for strike, and so the count 1-2 here on Jack Rigoni. Hill would love a strikeout. Leave that runner sitting over there at third base. That ball is hit to first, and booting it is the first baseman, Peyton Holt. So I think you have to give an error on the play to the first baseman, and E3. The run was going to score either way, so it's an RBI, but it's an error on the first baseman, and just like that, it is 1-0 for Jefferson College.
Yeah, it was kind of a chopper, a tough play. He kind of had to rush. First baseman coming and coming up and getting it, pitcher having to cover first, and he just lost it on the transition, trying to hurry that toss to first.
A 53 2/3 innings, allowing 42 hits, 20 runs, 19 earned, 21 base on balls. In scoring position as a count,
and giving up a triple, and then
I believe is now 1-2. Scoreboard, it is correct now. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Antle. 1-2 pitch is laced down the right field line, and it is just foul. And so Crowder catches a break there, as the count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that was literally just a couple feet foul there of being another extra base hit potentially.
So a triple to lead off the game. It caromed funny off the wall. I think Gibson potentially could have had a home run, an inside the park home run, if he hadn't tripped, got back to the bag safely. And then a E3 has a runner on first base. Still nobody out here in the first. As that ball also laced down the right field line. This one will stay in fair territory, and Wilkerson able to make the catch out there in right field. So Crowder gets their first out of the inning.
First baseman,
as
number 30, Matt Sharp.
Matt Shark will come to the plate for Jefferson College. And if you're Crowder, you're probably, obviously you don't love to give up a run, but if you can hold them to a run, you know you have your big bats coming up with how many runs they've scored during the regular season. That one run obviously is not going to win a contest.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially giving up a leadoff triple. I mean, if you can get out of here with just one run scored, that's great. And you got to take your chances the rest of the way with that.
There's a wild pitch there to Shark, and so the count will remain, I shouldn't say will remain, goes to 1-0. Still only one out here in the first inning as the ball is blocked by Poppy. Couldn't find it, but it was in front of him as the count 2-0 here on Hill. Sponsors here this afternoon: Tally Tire, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance, Pro Maintenance Center, and Graphics Connections. Winner advances to the championship game, supposed to happen tomorrow at noon. Weather in the area for the next couple of weeks, so it'll be interesting to see if they can squeeze that contest in as the count now moves to 2-1. Nice thing about Joe Becker, it is a turf infield. It is grass in the outfield, so you do have to worry about that a little bit. Yes, here comes a 2-1 to Shark. That 2-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. And the count now 2-2. 2-2 the count here on the cleanup hitter, Matt Shark, as Hill has worked it back from a 2-0 count to 2-2, and that ball is laced foul, and it pings off one of those extensions and goes right back to Hill.
Well, and I know Hill's a nice hard-throwing lefty. I'm wondering how hard he's throwing today, because so far every one of these hitters has been behind. I mean, everything put in play has been to right field and fouling balls off that they are not catching up to.
So here comes another 2-2, and that ball is laced in the air to center field. Out there in center field, Gray has a beat on it. And after a triple and an error, a fly out to right, and now a fly out to center, and there are two down here in the top of the first. As Jordan Duncan will come to the plate for the Vikings. As here comes the first pitch, and Hill chases Rigoni back to the bag.
Now they're just one out away from getting out of this inning with minimal damage.
As here comes the first pitch, and that pitch hits Duncan. And so runners are on. Metropolitan yesterday had a lot of base runners against Crowder pitching. They stranded 13 base runners, and for Jeffco to succeed here this afternoon, they're going to have to be able to cash in these runners, not only in scoring position, but runners on base in general. Matthew Albritton will come to the plate, the third baseman. So here comes the first pitch to him, and that ball is laced out of play. So the count is 0-1, and what I had as an error, they actually gave a single to Rigoni. So no errors in the inning. A hit for Rigoni, one run on 2 hits so far. That 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed as Albritton is late, and so the count now goes to 0-2. And Hill a strike away from getting out of the inning, like you said, with only one run across. So here comes the 0-2. Looks like he went off speed and couldn't get Albritton to bite. And so the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Loser of this contest has to play right away again. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 3 to end the inning. For Jeffco, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on. We are through a half an inning. Jeffco 1 and Crowder coming up here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareChex Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
A proud supporter of Crowder College athletics is New Mac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, New Mac Electric, your touchstone energy partner.
And welcome you back as we are getting set for the bottom of the first inning. Crowder will have Logan Chambers, Josh Patrick, and Peyton Holt to lead things off. Landry Wilkerson, Gavin Glasgow, and Frankie Cercello are the next 3. And then 7, 8, 9 are Jeffrey Mercado, Chaz Poppy, and Clayton Gray as they will face Braden Fatink. As he has the 6 ERA for Jeffco. Jeffco, like we said, coming in 18 and 23 overall, but in a game like this, you can kind of throw records out just because Jeffco has seemed like they've been the main rival for Crowder when it comes to this Region 16 title. So here comes the first pitch to Chambers, and it's a fastball in there for strike. Count 0-1. Crowder has a lot of D1 signings, and a lot of them are going to SEC schools. So sometimes it takes you going to junior college, and Crowder has done an excellent job as that ball to shortstop and throwing over to first as Gibson. So 1 up and 1 down as Josh Patrick will come to the plate. Jeffco beat St. Charles yesterday in the first game 13-2 in 7 innings. So you know that they'll be having a lot of confidence going into this afternoon's contest. So here comes the first pitch to Josh Patrick. That first pitch is in there for a called strike. And so the count is 0-1. So 0-1 the count. As here comes an 0-1 to Patrick. That pitch is in there for strike. For strike 2. And something you're seeing more and more is Fatink is not even, he is going exclusively from the set. Doesn't even have a windup. As that ball is popped in the air to left center field, and out there Rigoni is going to corral it for the second out of the inning.
Number 2.
Now with 2 quick ones already for Jeffco, retiring the first 2 Crowder hitters pretty quickly. Obviously not how Crowder wants to start, but got a lot of ball game to go.
So 2 up and 2 down. As Peyton Holt will come to the plate. And he takes a ball, so the count 1-0. 1 ball and no strikes here on Holt. As here comes a 1-0 pitch. That 1-0 pitch is right in there for a called strike. So the count 1-1. As Holt, I think, was wondering a little bit where that pitch was at. As here comes a 1-1. That pitch is outside for a ball. So the count, 2 balls and a strike. So here comes a 2-1 pitch to Holt. That 2-1 is outside for a ball. And Holt would love to get on with Landry Wilkerson coming to the plate.
Yeah, just trying to extend the inning here, get on base, and with the way the Rough Riders have been swinging the bat, who knows?
As here comes a 3-1, and that pitch is high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk, and Landry Wilkerson will come to the plate. He was 1 for 4 yesterday afternoon with 3 RBIs, but that one hit was a 3-run home run that gave Crowder a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, and Wilkerson, he's a Arkansas commit. And they're having one heck of a season right now too. So
they're ranked number 1 in Division I at the moment. That first pitch is inside for a ball. So the count is 1-0 as Fatink has lost the zone a little bit, which I don't think Crowder is going to be concerned too much. As here comes a 1-0, and Wilkerson was swinging for the fence there, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count here on Wilkerson. A ground out and a fly out and a 2-out walk so far for the Rough Riders. As here comes a 1-1 to Wilkerson. That pitch hits the outside corner, and the count now a ball and 2 strikes. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Insurance Benefit Consultants, Roof Masters Remodeling, the law offices of Wood and Peterson all sponsoring the contest here this afternoon. So here comes a 1-2 to Wilkerson, and that curveball hits the outside corner for strike 3 to end the inning. For Crowder, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. We're through 1. Jeffco up 1-0 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Stashed away at First Community Bank, our new Swipe and Save program makes it a lot easier to stash money away into savings. Once you enroll your First Community Bank checking account into the program, your savings will grow every time you swipe any MasterCard debit card that is tied to your checking account. Swipe and Save automatically rounds up each debit card purchase to the nearest dollar and then transfers the change into your savings account. It's that easy. Call or stop by a First Community Bank location for enrollment details.
First Community Bank, member FDIC.
Jeffco will send the 7, 8, and 9 hitters up to the plate here to start the top of the second inning, as it will be Landon Tankoff, Michael Powell, and Peyton Howard to lead off here in the top of the second. That first pitch is high and inside, so the count 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll be ready to get ahead of hitters a little bit better this inning.
As that pitch is low, so the count 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes here for Hill. As the count is now 3-0. As here comes a 3-0, and that is high for ball 4, and that is not the way to start an inning with a leadoff walk.
Number 6, Michael.
No, not what Crowder's looking for here. I mean, the more confidence they give Jeffco, the tougher and tougher this game's going to be.
As Michael Powell come to the plate. So here comes the first pitch to him, and he takes a fastball outside for a ball. So the count 1 ball and no strikes. One and 0 the count. So here comes a 1-0, and that pitch is in there for a strike. So the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 the count. Here, so 1-1 is dropped by Poppy, and it was a ball anyway, so the count 2-1. But obviously, if you drop that, that doesn't help when it comes to framing.
Well, and everything right now, he's just missing up into arm side with everything.
So here comes the 2-1, and that pitch is right there for a strike. And so now the count is 2-2.
So you got to think, these are big games, and sometimes, nerves, and you got a lot of adrenaline and stuff, and sometimes it's hard to rein it in for these guys. And
Michael Powell strikes out swinging. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Hill, as Peyton Howard will come to the plate. Hill wants to leave that runner at first base. He'd love a double play ball to end the inning. So that first pitch is laced foul towards the Jeffco dugout. So the count, no balls and a strike. As Hill settles back in. And here comes an 0-1, and that pitch right there. So the count quickly 0-2 after a leadoff walk. Looks like Hill has settled down here a little bit. No balls and 2 strikes. That 0-2 pitch is just ticked foul. And so Howard will stay alive. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes on the number 9 hitter, and then you roll back over to the top of the order. An 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. So 2 outs here in the top of the second as Josh Gibson will come to the plate. He tripled. Wilkerson was the one that had a little bit of trouble out there in right field. think it hit off the wall on him as well, and it bounded away from him.
Yeah, we'll see if Caleb can work ahead of him this time and maybe have better success.
So that pitch is low and outside for a ball, so the count 1-0. Graphic Connections, Crowder College, First Community Bank, and Max Steel all sponsoring the contest here this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch hits the inside corner. So after busting him outside, we come in, and he gets the call, and so the count 1-1. So here comes a 1-1. That one is foul ticked at the plate, and Gibson a strike away from striking out, and Hill a strike away after a leadoff walk from striking out the side. So 2 strikes, 1-2 the count here on Gibson. 1-0 your score here in the top of the second. So here comes the 1-2. That ball laced in the air down the right field line, and it's going to be a fair ball as Tenkoff is going to be held at third base. So runners at first and third for Jeffco, as they did not send the runner. Gibson 2 for 2, and now Rigoni will come to the plate. He had that chopper for an infield single in the first.
Yeah, and it was just, had him off balance out in front, and he sticks the bat out there and just hits a little bleeder over the first baseman's head. Drops it just in front of the right fielder.
Hill still basically a pitch away from getting out of the inning with no damage, as Rigoni takes a strike, and so the count, no balls and 1 strike. As here comes an 0-1 from Hill. That ball laced foul towards the screen, so the count is going to be 0-2, and Hill a strike away from getting out of this inning with nothing given up. 0-2 the count here on Rigoni. As here comes an 0-2. He's going. They're going to throw, and the swim move gets him there to end the inning. It's a 2-6 put out to end the inning for Jeffco in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We are through an inning and a half. Jeffco 1 and Crowder coming up here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Murder.
Franklin Graham speaking about the horrible sin of murder.
The Bible says, thou shalt not murder. Taking somebody's life is a sin. Now, there's some of you here tonight, you may be guilty of this sin. If you're guilty here tonight, my friends, I want you to know that God will forgive you. That's right. You're saying, Franklin, even though I have blood on my hands, you mean God can forgive me? I'm telling you that tonight. He will forgive you, and He'll set you free from the guilt that you've been carrying all these many years. He'll set you free tonight. You come to Jesus Christ.
Even if you've killed someone, you will be forgiven when you come to Jesus Christ by faith. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. For a free booklet about how to be forgiven of all your sins and to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call us toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
Being a part of this community is important to Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance. Located at 2020 La Cuesta Drive in Neosho, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance offers plans for auto, home, plus life insurance coverage for the whole family. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. To learn more about coverage options, the phone number is 417-451-1173 or online at amfam.com. A proud business impact partner of KNEO.
We head to the bottom of the second inning as it is still Jeffco 1 and Crowder nothing.
Number 7, Gavin Glasgow.
as Gavin Glasgow will lead off the inning for the Rough Riders. It's 5, 6, and 7. Glasgow for, or I should say, Cercello and Mercado. Anybody reaches as that ball is laced down the left field line, and it is a fair ball. It's going to roll all the way to the wall as Glasgow going to chug into second with a leadoff double. Saw a pitch he liked and laced it down the left field line for a double. And Crowder in business here to start the second inning.
Yeah, I mean, being aggressive, went after the first pitch. You know, that's really the first hitter that Crowder's had come to the plate that's been aggressive like that. Paid off for him, so now they got something going.
Now Cercello obviously would love a hit to bring the run in, but if you get an out, it has to be a productive out to the right side to get that runner into scoring, I shouldn't say scoring position, to get him over to third with less than 2 outs.
Yeah, definitely the goal, but I don't think Frankie's thinking too much about that. He's just going to try to drive this ball somewhere.
So here comes the first pitch. That ball is hit in the air to dead center field and deep, and that ball is gone. It hits a car in near a house behind the wall, and 2 batters, 2 hits, and just like that, Crowder has a 2-run home run. That ball is hammered well over 400 feet as the Rough Riders now have a 2-1 lead.
And he did. That was exactly what he's trying to do, is just get in there and drive the ball, and got one out over the plate and did not miss it.
As Jeffrey Mercado will come to the plate for the Rough Riders.
You know, that had to have been about a 430-foot shot. I mean, that's a deep park. It's probably 400 feet almost where it went over the fence, and it, like you said, it got close to the house that's about 50 feet beyond.
As that pitch is outside and to the backstop, and so the count 1-0 here on Mercado. And it's amazing what one pitch will do for your confidence. So here comes the 1-0, and that ball is laced deep to right field, and that ball is going to go off the scoreboard. Back-to-back home runs for the Rough Riders as Mercado hits a solo shot off the scoreboard, and just like that, it is 3-1 Crowder.
And that ball was hit hard. That was a line shot. Good thing there's a net covering the scoreboard, because it would have put a nice dent in it. Again, ball out over the plate, went with it. Nice opposite field home run.
And Crowder, we talked about this yesterday. They have obliterated the home run record, as it is 92 home runs before the season started. I shouldn't say the season, before the postseason started. And now they've added 3 more to today. They only hit 1 yesterday, and now they have 2 more here this afternoon. And like we said, we knew 1 run wasn't going to win a ball game, and the bottom of the lineup is the one that is producing at this moment.
Well, and and that's the great thing about Crowder's lineup right now, is it doesn't matter where you're at in the lineup. Every one of them can do damage. They have all year to hit as many home runs as they have. I was telling you before the game, years ago, we had some really good offensive clubs, that hitting home runs in the 60s was a lot, or we thought it was anyways, until now you have this club come through here, and to have 90-something home runs is hard for me to believe. It's crazy.
Well, we have a moment helping support broadcasting on KNEO is Roper Honda. Roper Honda, located at the corner of Rangeline and Newman Road in Joplin. Locations also on West 7th Street in Joplin and South Main in Webb City. More information available online at roperhonda.com. And it's been 3 hard hit balls here to start the inning, a double, and then a 2-run home run and a solo home run as Chaz Poppy takes a ball to start his at-bat.
Yeah, let him off with a curveball that time. Probably a good decision. And here he comes with another one. So starting him off with back-to-back breaking balls.
Let's count 1 ball and 1 strike here on Poppy as he swung through that second pitch. As here comes a 1-1. And that pitch also off speed. The count 2-1.
Well, he's obviously not wanting to give him too many more fastballs to hit, as I think that's what every one of those guys before him did hit.
As here comes a 2-1 to Poppy. That 2-1 is laced foul to the screen. And so the count now going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count here on Poppy. And then Gray is on deck and Chambers in the hole. First 3 batters have reached for the Rough Riders as they've exploded for 3 runs here. So that pitch is swung on and missed. And that is the first out of the inning, as that's the second strikeout of the afternoon for Fatink.
Yeah, and went back off speed there with a changeup, and looks like that may be what he's going to have to do in order to keep the Rough Riders off balance. Anytime he throws anything hard and straight, it's getting hit right now.
Clayton Gray will come to the plate for the Rough Riders as he takes a ball inside, maybe a little bit high as well. And so the count is 1-0. 1-0 the count here on Gray. As here comes a 1-0 pitch. That 1-0 is foul ticked. And so the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Pretty quiet here this afternoon in the stands. Usually hear a little bit more noise, but
you know, it doesn't seem to be all that big of a crowd as what I typically remember being here for these games.
So 1-1 is just outside. So the count 2 balls and a strike. 3 o'clock start time probably doesn't help, but with people at work. But Crowder always brings a good crowd, seeing the fact they're within about half an hour's drive. As that 2-1 pitch is fouled off of Gray's foot. And so the count will be 2-2.
And again, went back to a breaking ball again. So once those few balls got hit pretty hard, I would say most of what Crowder's seeing now is off speed.
So 2-2 the count here on Gray. As here comes the 2-2. That 2-2 pitch is fouled out of play behind us. And so Gray stays alive.
Tried to sneak a fastball by him right there, and Clayton was ready for it.
3 runs on 3 hits here in the inning for Crowder. Still only 1 out. Here comes another 2-2. That pitch is high and outside. Looked like he went with a fastball. And the count now full at 3-2. 7th pitch of that bat, so Gray has done a good job of battling. It's a couple of signs shaking off there. And now here comes a full count pitch. A full count pitch. Looked like he went back to the off speed and Gray was able to foul it off. Count will remain full. Good battle here. So here comes pitch number 8 of the at-bat. So here comes another full count pitch. That pitch is low and inside for ball 4. So a walk there by Gray, and he turns it over to the top of the order in Logan Chambers.
Yeah, great job. Just having a good at-bat and spoiling some tough pitches there with 2 strikes, and worked his way on.
As the umpire going to go out and talk to Fedink at the mound. Not sure what they would talk about.
I think he's talking about something about going to the mouth. He keeps going to the mouth, licking his hands, which is fine, and a lot of umpires have different theories on this. A lot of them will let you do that as long as you are not on the rubber and as long as you wipe that hand after you go to the mouth. So I think that's what they were talking about.
Still only 1 out here in the inning, as you got Gray at first and Chambers coming to the plate. So that first pitch is low and inside, 4 balls, so the count 1-0. Chambers Grounded out to short his first time up.
Yeah, Crowder definitely like to add to the 3 runs they've already plated this inning.
As here comes a 1-0 to Chambers. Runner is going, and that pitch is in there for a strike. And an excellent jump by Gray as he steals that base with ease. Now a runner in scoring position for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, great timing, great call there. Maybe guessed on getting that off-speed pitch. He went to an off-speed pitch and gave him more time and easily steals that bag.
This counts 1-1 here on Chambers with another runner in scoring position for Crowder. As here comes a 1-1. That 1-1 is in the dirt. A nice block there by Tankoff to keep that runner at second base. I will say you do kind of get those more true bounces here on turf than you would with just a regular dirt infield.
Well, that's for sure, but, a lot of these guys aren't used to that. They're not used to it bouncing a little bit more than it does on a natural surface.
As here comes a 2-1. That pitch is laced to first. Nice play by the first baseman, Shark, who corrals it for the second out. Fielder's choice allows Gray to go to third base as Josh Patrick will come to the plate, and now Crowder can potentially score a run on a wild pitch or pass ball. Roof 1, Roper Honda, and New Mac Electric also all sponsoring the contest here this afternoon. 2 outs here. Patrick flew out to center field his first time up. So here comes the first pitch to Patrick. That pitch is inside for a ball. So the count 1 ball and no strikes. Crowder 3 runs on 3 hits, also a walk. Gray is at third. That pitch in the dirt. Good block again by Tankoff, and the count's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes here on Patrick. As here comes the 2-0. That 2-0 pitch is laced to right field, but it is right at Antle, who did not really have to move, and that will end the inning. For Crowder, 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and 1 left on. We're through 2. Crowder now up 3-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Insurance Benefits Consultants at 1009 Neosho Boulevard is proud to be a part of the local community and wants to thank everyone for allowing them to serve them. They offer individual and group payroll deducted supplemental benefits for those who have an injury or accident which keeps them from working. For more information, the phone number for Jay Boyce at Insurance Benefits Consultants is 417-451-4244 or online at ibcneosho.com. Proud to support Crowder College.
Incorporated in Diamond, Missouri is proud to be supporting this portion of the game. They specialize in metal building supplies including residential and commercial garage doors, vinyl siding, plus windows and insulation for commercial and residential. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon. Max Steel Incorporated, located at 17982 Elder Road in Diamond, Missouri, or online at maxsteelinc.com. 417-325-5300.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning as Crowder has their first lead of the contest. They have a 3-1 lead as it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Jeffco. Rigoni, Antle, and Shark. Anybody reaches Jordan Duncan would come to the plate as Rigoni was at the plate when Gibson got thrown out stealing to end the second. So that first pitch is outside for a ball, so the count 1-0. And Hill has allowed 1 run on 3 hits so far. See if he can settle down this inning. That pitch chops. It's a fair ball. Is right on the first base bag. Picking it up is Glasgow, and he gets the out.
It looked like it might have had some funny spin or something on that thing there. Just barely kind of squibbed right down towards the line.
So 1 out here in the top of the third as Antle will come to the plate. He flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. That first pitch, it's the outside corner, so the count 0-1. And you would have to think after a couple innings, if there was any nerves, they're probably gone by this point.
You would think so, especially, nice having a lead. Makes it a little bit easier to come out and challenge the zone.
So that pitch is high and outside for a ball. So the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Winner advances to the championship game tomorrow afternoon. That pitch is outside, so the count 2-1. Losers got to basically play a doubleheader. So they face St. Charles. So here comes the 2-1. That pitch hits the outside corner. The count 2-2.
You can definitely tell he's got a little bit quicker pace. He's filling up the zone a little bit better and definitely a little more confident with the lead.
As here comes the 2-2, and that pitch just outside. So the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here. So here comes the full count pitch. Swung on and missed as Antle chases ball 4. And there are 2 up and 2 down, as that is the 4th strikeout for Hill. As Matt Shark will come to the plate.
Yeah, got a little help on that one, and fortunate for Crowder. I mean, the last thing you want to do, you put up the second inning there, you want to come out and make them at least earn anything they're going to get here. You don't want to walk anybody.
That first pitch is high and outside to Shark, so the count 1-0. Flew out to center field in his first plate appearance. So here comes a 1-0. That pitch in there for a strike. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. That pitch is laced fast. That pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 2-2.
It was a rare backdoor breaking ball.
So here comes a 2-2 from Hill. And that pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back Ks here in the inning. Nothing doing for Jeffco. We're through 2.5. Crowder's still up 3-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Graphic Connection at 1006 Harmony Street in Neosho is your source for all sporting apparel. Graphic Connection provides screen printing services as well as fan gear for local schools, yard signs, athletic wear, sporting goods, letter jackets and patches, engraving, embroidery, and more. Their phone number is 417-456-5040 or check them out on Facebook.
One and done, 313-5153.
Hi, I'm Jim Nelly, owner of Roof One. Before you actually see a leak, it may be too late. A leak from hail damage may not occur for 3 to 5 years, but most insurance companies allow 1 year to make a claim. Roof One gives free inspections, so give us a call. You've got nothing to lose and a new roof to gain.
Call Roof One and done, 313-5153, area code 417.
We head to the bottom of the third, and it is the heart of the order for Crowder. It is their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, as it'll be Holt, Wilkerson, and Glasgow. Anybody reaches, Frankie Cercello would come to the plate. He of the 2-run home run variety, as Holt walked in his first plate appearance. So here comes the first pitch to Holt, and he takes a called strike. So the count is 0-1. 1 run in the first for Jeffco, 3 in the second for Crowder. So here comes a 1-0-1, I should say. That pitch is outside for a ball. So the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Here on Holt. As here comes a 1-1. Out 1-1, swung on and missed as he swings through it. And the count now, a ball and 2 strikes.
And he's almost pitching them backwards now. You know, he's mostly seeing slider changeups and trying to sneak a fastball in. Pitching backwards.
As here comes a 1-2. That pitch is hit towards second. Couple of hops, throws over to first in time for the putout. Paul throws it over to Shark, and the leadoff batter is out as Landry Wilkerson will come to the plate.
Right fielder,
He
number 19,
struck out
Landry
looking
Wilkerson.
in his first plate appearance. So 1 out here in the 3rd for the Rough Riders. As here comes the first pitch. That pitch is nubbed towards Crowder dugout, so the count is no balls and a strike.
And again, let him off with a changeup there.
Jeffco has Eli Exton warming in the bullpen. He's been getting hot for a while. So you have to wonder if there's a pretty short leash out there. So here comes an 0-1. That pitch is outside for a ball. So the count, 2 balls and a strike. I should say 1 ball and 1 strike. As here comes a 1-1. That 1-1 is popped in the air to left field, and corralling it out there in the left field is Howard. And 2 up and 2 down here for Fedink, as Glasgow will come to the plate. He laced one down the left field line and doubled before Cercello had the home run. So 2 outs here, as here comes the first pitch. And that pitch is outside for a ball. So the count is 1-0. The way Crowder has played in Region 16 action, I think any team is going to have a tough time beating them twice. So here comes a 1-0. That pitch is in the dirt, so the count quickly moves to 2-0.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you'd like to think that nobody would be able to. That's why it's important to win this game right here. You're sitting in the driver's seat and got to feel pretty confident.
2-0 the count on Glasgow, as here comes the 2-0. That 2-0 pitch hits the outside corner. Looked like he was kind of taking the whole way. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. As here comes a 2-1. That 2-1 is hit back up the middle. Shortstop dives and can't get to it, so it's a single for Glasgow, a double and a single. And now here comes the home run hitter, Frankie Cercello. And you would have to think that he will not be seeing a fastball this at bat.
Well, I would definitely be shocked if he sees a fastball the first pitch, that's for sure. I expect him to keep, pitching backwards right here, and doubt he's going to try to give him anything good at all to hit.
Cercello hit a 2-run home run to center field in his first plate appearance. That pitch is inside for a ball, so the count's 1-0.
Started him with kind of a back foot slider there, and I may try to pitch around him a little bit with 2 outs.
As here comes a 1-0. That 1-0 pitch is high and outside for a ball, and the count's 2-0. Problem is Mercado also had a solo home run in his first plate appearance, so I don't necessarily know if you pitch around Cercello, you got to deal with somebody else that has a home run in the ball game as well. As here comes the 2-0. as that ball is hit foul towards the Jeffco dugout, and the count now 2-1.
Yeah, got him out front with a changeup there. Frankie was definitely out front and pulls it foul and didn't get a very good piece of it.
So 2-1 the count. 2 outs here in the third inning. So here comes a 2-1. That pitch high and outside. So the count's 3-1. Seems like the fastballs at this moment are kind of waste pitches.
Definitely not wanting to throw anything out over the plate. Everything's up and definitely out of the zone. So I'm sure he's going to come back 3-1. I wouldn't be surprised for him to go back to something off speed.
As here comes the 3-1, and he actually, I think that was a fastball.
It actually was. That was a pretty good pitch. It was a fastball down and on the outer part of the plate, and really good pitch, really good spot. I mean, Frankie got good wood on it, but just drove it foul.
So full count here. Glasgow will be off on the pitch. And that 3-2 hits the inside corner for strike 3 to end the inning. For Crowder, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We're through 3, still 3-1 Crowder here on the KNEO Sports Network.
It's Crowder College.
Leads to a storm when disaster strikes. You gotta get informed.
Go with a winning team that will get the job done right. Roof Masters Remodeling is the professional team you can count on for all your roofing and home exterior needs. Call Roof Masters Remodeling today for your free estimate at 417-726-5226.
Restoration done right. Roof Masters. Roof Masters Remodeling.
Tally Tire at 18152 Highway 86 is a proud supporter of Crowder College and would like to congratulate the Rough Riders on an amazing season. Tally Tire is your full-service car and truck headquarters. They carry name-brand tires such as Nexen, Mastercraft, Uniroyal, ATC camper shells and bed covers, and do oil changes and tune-ups. Call Tally Tire today for all your automotive needs at 417-451-0457.
Five, 6, and 7 due up for Jeffco here in the top of the fourth. Duncan, Albritton, and Tankoff. Anybody reaches Paul would come to the plate. As Hill had his first 1-2-3 inning there in the top of the third. So that first pitch is in there for a strike, and so the count 0-1. Tally Tire, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance, ProLoop Maintenance Center, Graphics Connections, all sponsors. As that ball hit sharply to the shortstop, Mercado, who bobbled it a little bit but recovers in time and throws out Duncan, and there is one down.
Well, and again, that's the turf, and got to him quick. So he was able to kick it around a little bit and still had time to get the out.
Albritton comes to the plate. He struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. That first pitch is swung on and missed. So the count 0-1. Like we said, winner advances to tomorrow's championship game. Losers got to play again at probably about 30, 45 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Keep their season alive. Count 0-2 here. And the 0-2 pitch is hit foul towards the Crowder dugout. So the count will remain 0-2. St. Charles won that first game. Metropolitan is eliminated from contention as the 0-2 pitch is just outside. And so the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That was a really good pitch he tried there and just couldn't get him to chase, but he barely had that off the plate.
This here comes a 1-2. And that pitch is outside as he went back with the fastball. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of these guys committed to SEC schools as here comes a 2-2 and that one's fouled off. And you have a former Rough Rider that potentially could see the big leagues before the end of the season, and that would be Aaron Ashby.
Yeah, Aaron, he's got a great chance, and hopefully we'll see him in the big leagues sometime this summer. Great kid. That couldn't happen to a better kid, a better young man. He is outstanding, and he's doing a great job for the Brewers.
That pitch is fouled off, so the count will remain 2-2, and his younger brother came to Crowder as well.
Yep, he's on the Crowder staff right now and committed to go to Emporia State next year, Chandler, and he's done a good job while he's been here as well, and hopefully we'll continue to have success at Emporia State next year.
This is a great battle here. This is going to be pitch number 9 of the at-bat as Albritton has done an excellent job of staying alive. As this 2-2 pitch is laced foul.
And that's finding a car.
As long as it's not mine, that's all I care about.
I'm way out there in the parking lot.
So the count will remain 2-2. And I think Hill's probably thrown about every pitch he can think of. So here comes another 2-2, and that one popped in there, foul, and that one's going to sneak out of play.
Coming back, but he came all the way back to the dugout. But
I was going to say, it looked like it wasn't going to, but.
Well, that's what you want to see. You know, Caleb's challenging the zone. You got to lead. You know, your bats are starting to pick it up a little bit, and, you know, you want to challenge and don't give any free passes. Make him earn it.
This will be pitch number 11 of the at-bat. This 2-2 is outside. The count now full at 3-2.
Went back to a breaking ball, and good job of laying off of it. So worked his way full and a really good at-bat.
So here comes a full count pitch and swinging and missing at it. And now they're going to have to tag him. And that will end the at-bat. And you can tell Albritton's kind of mad at himself because I think he chased ball 4, but that's what that high fastball will do for you.
Yep, he did. He dang sure did. He had a heck of an at-bat, kept battling and fought some tough pitches off, and then ends up chasing one. So
Tankoff walked. He was stranded at third in the second. Here comes the first pitch to him, and that one is laced foul out of play. So the count 0-1.
You know, that's also one thing when you're throwing as hard as Caleb is right now, you get some guys to chase a few pitches like that.
As here comes an 0-1 pitch. That 0-1 is fouled straight back to the screen, and the count quickly moves to 0-2.
I believe Caleb's going to Charleston Southern next year, so not in the SEC, but going to a good school, and hopefully we'll have some success there.
So that 0-2 pitch is inside 4 balls, so the count 1-2, 7 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts. If he strikes Tankoff out, that would be the 7th strikeout for Hill through 4 innings. That pitch is fouled off, so the count will remain 1-2, but you know you're having a good outing when you have 6 strikeouts through 3 2/3 innings. That went off both the catcher, Poppy, and the umpire, so they're going to take a little bit extra time, make sure that they're both okay. And now here comes another 1-2. That 1-2 curveball is outside, so the count 2-2.
He just keeps missing with that thing. You know, he's thrown it several times now, but has not been able to sneak it on the corner.
So here comes a 2-2. That 2-2 pitch is laced to right field, but right at Wilkerson for final out of the inning. Nothing doing for Jeffco here in the 4th. We're through 3.5. Crowder's still up 3-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
The law offices of Wood and Peterson is proud to be sponsoring this portion of Crowder College baseball on KNEO. Located at 119 South Washington in Neosho and at 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. Be sure to listen to This Week in Crowder College, sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on KNEO.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareCheck's Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Crowder still up 3-1, and it will be 7-8-9 for Crowder. Mercado, Poppy, and Clayton. Anybody gets on, you turn the lineup over to the top of the order as Mercado had a solo home run. It was a line shot, basically, I think, hit the H on the home sign on the scoreboard. That first pitch is there for a strike, so the count's 0-1.
Yep, I'm starting us off with an off-speed pitch and continues to kind of work backwards.
As here comes an 0-1. That 0-1 pitch is dribbled. It's going to be a tough play, and they're going to let it roll foul. So the count quickly moves to 0-2.
He's doing a good job of keeping him off balance. That was a changeup there, and you know, just when you think you're going to get a fastball and he's throwing a changeup and you're out in front and just not being able to square it up real well.
So 0-2 the count, and really that second inning was the rough inning for him. But he had a pretty successful first and third inning. As here comes the 0-2. And that pitch is high for a ball. So the count now 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Mercado. And like you said, it seems like him working backwards has helped out a little bit, as that pitch is just foul ticked at the plate.
And right back to another off-speed pitch. So, I mean, the only thing he's throwing around the plate is pretty much off speed. Anytime he goes to the fastball, it's up and out of the zone, at least for the last inning.
As that is what he got burned on, the first 3 hitters there in the third inning. As the count is 1-2 here on Mercado. And that pitch is hit. It's going to take an in-between hop, and throwing over to first for the putouts is going to be Albritton. So 1 up and 1 down as Chaz Poppy will come to the plate. He struck out swinging his first time up. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefits Consultants, Roof Masters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson sponsoring the contest here this afternoon. So 1 out here. So here comes the first pitch to Poppy. That pitch is hit in the air to center field. And out there in center field, Rigoni going to corral it for the second out. You know, it started off the day kind of partly cloudy skies, and now it's basically gone mostly cloudy. And I feel like this is an opportunity where you might lose a baseball in the sky.
It is. It's kind of a high sky right now, and I could definitely see that happening. It's pretty overcast. That front's kind of moving in and cooling off.
So here comes the first pitch, and that ball is hit on a line, but right to the first baseman, Shark, who corrals it for the end of the inning. Nothing doing for the Rough Riders in the fourth. We're through 4. Crowder still up 3-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
A proud supporter of Crowder College athletics is New Mac Electric. Serving Newton and McDonald County, they provide power for area homes and businesses and want to wish all the athletes much success throughout the season. For online bill pay and account information, the website is newmac.com or 417-451-1515. Proudly serving Newton and McDonald County, New Mac Electric, your touchstone energy partner.
Stashed away at First Community Bank, our new Swipe and Save program makes it a lot easier to stash money away into savings. Once you enroll your First Community Bank checking account into the program, your savings will grow every time you swipe any MasterCard debit card that is tied to your checking account. Swipe and Save automatically rounds up each debit card purchase to the nearest dollar and then transfers the change into your savings account. It's that easy. Call or stop by a First Community Bank location for enrollment details.
First Community Bank, member FDIC.
We head to the top of the 5th inning. It will be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for Jeffco. Paul, Howard, and Gibson. Anybody reaches, you'd have the number 2 hitter, Rigoni, come to the plate. So we are in the top of the 5th inning, as after a little bit of a rough first, Hill has definitely settled down as that pitch outside, as he's retired 9 straight. So here comes a 1-0, and that pitch is right there for a strike. Count 1-1. Paul struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. So here comes a 1-1. That pitch is outside for a ball, so the count 2-1. Graphic Connections, Crowder College, First Community Bank, and Max Steel all sponsoring the contest here this afternoon. That pitch swung on and missed as Paul was late on it, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. So here comes the 2-2. That pitch is fouled to the back screen. And so the count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And you can just kind of feel the wind picking up and feel that front kind of moving in.
The rain is supposed to miss us today, as that pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. As there's 10, 1 out for Peyton Howard. Howard also struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. And that is the 7th strikeout of the afternoon for Hill. And so he definitely seems like he has settled in nicely, as Howard takes a called strike, so the count 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job, working with the lead and getting in there and getting after it and working ahead.
As that ball dribbled foul, and so the count quickly moves to 0-2. Allowed a triple and a single to start the game. Since then, he has allowed 3 base runners. A hit by pitch, a walk, and a single. 1 hit since the opening 2 batters reached on singles. So that pitch is a ball, so the count now 1-2. As here comes a 1-2. That pitch outside as well, and he's trying to get that one to hit the outside corner, and it's just not going at the moment.
Just hadn't been able to quite get it, man.
So here comes the 2-2. That 2-2 is high and outside, and so Howard has done a good job of battling back from an 0-2 count to make it full at 3-2. So here comes the full count pitch. And that pitch is high for ball 4. And that is the first base runner for Jeffco since the second inning. 1-out walk as Josh Gibson will come to the plate. He's 2 for 2, a triple and a single. He got eliminated trying to steal second in the second. So 1 out here. As the runner going to try and take second. And he's in safely. Ball goes into center field. But Howard is going to stay put at second base. So that pitch was a ball, so the count's 1-0. Now runner in scoring position for the Vikings.
Yeah, a little bit of a kind of collision in there as everybody was kind of going towards the bag, and everybody's okay though.
As here comes a 1-0. That 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Roof 1, Roper Honda, Numac Electric, all sponsors of the contest here this afternoon as well. So here comes a 1-1, and that pitch is fouled back to the screen. And the count now moves to a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count here on Gibson. Gibson has 2 of the 3 hits for Jeffco. As here comes the 1-2. And Hill chases Howard back to the bag. So the count will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. As here comes a 1-2. 1-2 is laced in the air to right field and deep. Wilkerson catches it in front of the wall. That's a good throw to third base. All the way from the warning track on a hop. He gets it to third. Getting in there safely is Howard. But that's a very impressive throw from where he was standing on the warning track all the way on one hop to third base.
Well, and that one wouldn't hit quite as well as the first one, but it was almost a replay of the triple to lead off the game, but not quite as far. Didn't take him up the hill, so he was able to get behind that ball and come through it and made a nice throw.
Bergoni 1 for 2 on the afternoon. He singled in the first, grounded out to the first baseman in the third. So 1 for 2. He has the lone RBI. That ball is hit to first again, and the first baseman, Glasgow, is going to take it himself. For Jeffco in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. We're through 4.5, and Crowder's still up 3-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Bible says our natural minds have been affected by sin. You can't think your way to Jesus.
Billy Graham talking about the mind.
The Bible says the God of this world, which is the devil, has blinded the minds of unbelievers. Our minds are supernaturally blinded. How do you have your mind renewed and transformed? By repenting of your sins and receiving Christ as Lord and Savior. Come to the cross where He died for you and say, Lord, I do believe, I do receive, I do thank you for all you've done for me, and I want to follow you and serve you.
God will make you new when you come to Him through faith in Jesus Christ. We're the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association. For a free booklet about what it means to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, call us toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
Plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. It's the top of the order for Crowder. Chambers, Patrick, and Holt, as Chambers awaits his first pitch of the at-bat. Comes the first pitch, and that ball lined right to Gibson at first base. And there is one down as Chambers now 0 for 3 as Patrick will come to the plate. He's flown out to center and flown out to right, so I guess the only fitting thing to do here is to fly out to left field.
Yeah, there's been some hard balls hit right at people by both teams. I mean, Jeffco's hit a few really hard ones right at Crowder guys as well.
So here comes the first pitch to Patrick, and that pitch is low for a ball, so the count 1-0. 1 run on 3 hits for Jeffco, 3 runs on 4 hits for Crowder. So here comes a 1-0. That ball is hit hard down the right field line, foul, and so the count with a ball and a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike here on the number 2 hitter, Patrick. As we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here comes a 1-1. That 1-1 is outside. So the count now 2 balls and a strike.
Tried to sneak a breaking ball in on the outside corner and couldn't quite get it there.
So here comes a 2-1. That 2-1 pitch is hit in the air deep to center field, but getting it out there in center field is Rigoni. He almost overran that ball, but he's able to get back to it, and there are 2 down for Peyton Holt.
Yep, he hit that one on the screws, though, and that was another breaking ball he went back to, and he got it good, but just right to the center fielder.
So 2 down. Holt 0 for 1 on the day. He walked in the first, grounded out to second in the third. So here comes the first pitch to Holt. That pitch is in there for a strike. Looked like he went with something off speed and hit the top of the zone. So the count is no balls and a strike. As here comes an 0-1. That 0-1 pitch is low, trying to see if he would chase it, and he did not, and so the count 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have anybody up and throwing in the bullpen anymore.
As here comes a 1-1. That pitch is high and outside for a ball, so the count 2-1. Really was just that second inning that has done anything against Fenwick. So here comes a 2-1. That 2-1 pitch is popped in the air, foul, and it's going to get out of play into the stands. And so the count 2-2. Since that second inning, he's retired 6 straight and 7 of 8. So here comes a 2-2 to Holt as he shakes off a sign. Now here comes the 2-2 pitch. That 2-2 pitch is high. Trying to see if he would chase it. He would not. And the count's now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you keep wondering when he's going to miss with that fastball and leave it there for one of the Crowder guys to hammer it again.
So here comes another full count pitch. That pitch is low for ball 4. So Holt walks for the second time today as Landry Wilkerson will come to the plate. Struck out looking, and then he hit one right on the button, but right at the left fielder as a 2-out walk.
And again, going to an off-speed pitch at a full count right there with 2 outs. it's crazy to me that even with 2 outs, he's a little bit afraid to challenge in the zone with a fastball.
As here comes the first pitch to Wilkerson, and that ball hit back up the middle and through for a single. And Crowder's got something brewing here with 2 outs. And now they're going to take third base and second base as well on a wild throw.
Well, it was an outstanding job of base running. Peyton took a nice wide turn at second base, slowed down but had a nice wide turn. Center fielder just took it for granted that he was going to stop, and he laid a little soft throw up into the air, and when Peyton saw it, he just took off and left it in the air too long, and they were able to take an extra base. So that's great base running, being aggressive with 2 outs. Now they got 2 runners in scoring position, and
base hit would score 2 for Crowder, as Glass goes 2 for 2, a single and a double. The first pitch is a ball. As a nice job catching that one in the dirt. Count 1-0.
Another breaking ball there, and just when I said, why didn't he challenge, and he throws a fastball and about gets knocked off the mound with a line drive back at him. Maybe that's why he's not challenging the zone.
As here comes a 1-0. That 1-0 pitch is hit too short. Has time to throw to first, and that will do it for the inning. For Crowder in the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We're through 5. Crowder still up 3-1 here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Insurance Benefits Consultants at 1009 Neosho Boulevard is proud to be a part of the local community and wants to thank everyone for allowing them to serve them. They offer individual and group payroll deducted supplemental benefits for those who have an injury or accident which keeps them from working. For more information, the phone number for Jay Boyce at Insurance Benefits Consultants is 417-451-4244 or online at ibcneosho.com. Proud to support Crowder College.
One and done, 313-5153.
I love when a company gives back. My roofer, Roof One, has a referral program that I took advantage of. I referred my neighbor, and Roof One gave me $100 and said if I wanted to donate it to my church, they would double it. I love Roof One. Roof One and done.
Call Roof One and done, 313-5153, area code 417.
Caleb Hill has settled in nicely as we head to the top of the 6th inning, as he will face Gideon Antel, Matt Shark, and Jordan Duncan, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Jeffco. Anybody who reaches, Matthew Albritton will come to the plate. So that pitch is a ball, so the count 1-0. Antel is 0 for 2. He's flown out to right, and he's struck out swinging. His count is 2-0. 7 strikeouts for Hill to go along with 2 walks. That ball is chopped to Hill at the mound. Growls it and throws to first in time for the putout. So 1 out. So Matt Shark will come to the plate.
Number 30, Matt Shark.
He's 0 for 2. He's flown out to center, and he's struck out swinging.
Looked like he was taking a little bit too much time on that one and barely got the guy at first.
So 1 out here. As Hill has only allowed 1 base runner since the 2nd, and now that's the first hit for Jeffco since the 2nd inning.
Number 16, Jordan Duncan.
And Floyd is starting to slowly get loose in the bullpen for Crowder. I don't think doesn't look like he's in a hurry or anything, but starting to just slowly throw.
So 1 out for Jeffco. Duncan will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 4th. That pitch is high for a ball, so the count's 1-0. One swing of the bat could tie the contest for Jeffco. As here comes a 1-0. That pitch is right there for strike. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 the count here on Duncan. Over at first to Shark. He's going. Taking a called strike and out at the plate. A nice throw there by Poppy. A 2-6 put out. And that was a strike. So the count will be 1-2 on Duncan. It looked like Shark had a pretty good lead. He just got thrown out on a better throw. And Poppy has gunned down 2 Jeffco runners. Here comes the 1-2, and that ball is laced foul towards the picnic area, so the count will remain at 1-2.
Yeah, definitely kind of a rally killer, getting thrown out trying to steal second. Outstanding job by Poppy.
The 1-2 breaking ball is in there for strike 3 to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on. We're through 5.5. Crowder still up 3-1 on the KNEO Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareChex Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Max Steel Incorporated in Diamond, Missouri is proud to be supporting this portion of the game. They specialize in metal building supplies including residential and commercial garage doors, vinyl siding, plus windows and insulation for commercial and residential. Open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. till noon. Max Steel Incorporated located at 17982 Elder Road in Diamond, Missouri or online at maxsteelinc.com. 417-325-5300.
We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a tight one here as Crowder a 3-1 lead as they will send 6, 7, and 8 to the field as it'll be Cercello, Mercado, and
Lead
Poppy.
Rough Riders, designated hitter number 28, Frankie Cercello.
And if anybody reaches, Gray will come to the plate. Crowder 3 runs on 5 hits as Fedink has settled in nicely after that rough second inning. Cercello had the big blow, the 2-run home run. Almost did a car past center field near the house. That first pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. And so the count is 1-0. So 1-0 the count. And that wind has been going out towards center field the entire game, but I think Cercello's would have been gone whether the wind was blowing or not. Both home runs were. So that breaking ball is high and outside, so the count 2-0. I don't think either of those home runs, the wind would have been a factor at all. As here comes a 2-0. And he went with something off speed. You could tell Cercello was geared up for the fastball, and he went off speed in the count 2-1. As here comes a 2-1 pitch. That 2-1 pitch hits him. And so the leadoff runner is on for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they will run for Frankie here. He's not a great runner. Late in the ball game,
Jeffrey Mercado.
he will probably get another at-bat, but Yeah, I guess he would have to get another at-bat in this game if it goes 9. So they may leave him out there at first base.
Eli Exton continuing to warm out there for Jeffco. As Mercado also has a home run in this game. He has a solo shot, so it's part of back-to-back home runs by the Rough Riders. That first pitch is low and outside for a ball, so the count 1-0. Big gap out there in left center field. As here comes the 1-0, and that pitch is swung on and missed, so the count 1-1. Tally Tire, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance, ProLube Maintenance Center, and Graphics Connections, all sponsoring the contest. Count 1-1 here on Mercado. So here comes the 1-1, and that pitch is hit too short. They're going to throw to second for 1 and to first to turn the double play. It's a 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, there are 2 down as Chaz Poppy will come to the plate.
Catcher, number 8, Chaz Poppy.
I don't know if pinch running there for Cercello really would have made a difference.
Well, probably not with that outcome, so probably a good choice to not do it. But
So 2 down here for Poppy, who's 0 for 2. So here comes the first pitch to him, and he hits a 1-hopper to short, a long throw over to first, and that's corralled for the final out of the inning. Nothing for Crowder here in the 6th. We're through 6th. It's still 3-1 Crowder here on the KNEO Sports Network.
Your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
Thunder leads to a storm. When disaster strikes, you gotta get informed.
Hard work, dedication, and trust is vital to any team's success. Let the professionals at Roof Masters Remodeling help give you peace of mind during your next roof tear-off and replacement or home exterior project. Call them today at 417-726-5226.
Restoration done right. Roof Masters. Roof Masters Remodeling.
We head to the top of the 7th inning. Crowder still a 3-1 lead as Caleb Hill begins his 7th inning of work. He has allowed 1 run on 4 hits. He has 2 base on balls to go with, I believe, 8 strikeouts. As Jeffco will send their 6, 7, and 8 hitters to the plate. As Crowder continues to lead by 2. That pitch is high and outside for a ball, so the count is 1-0. Only a 2-run lead here. That pitch is low, so the count 2-0. As here comes a 2-0 pitch. And that 2-0 pitch is hit too short. Long throw in the dirt and beating it out. It's an infield single for Al Britton. A slow roller to Patrick, and he can't corral it.
The catcher, number 21.
We'll see if they give it a single, and they give it an error, so it's an E6 for Al Britton. And he is on as Tenkoff will come to the plate. So for 1, he flew out to right in the 4th. He also walked in the 2nd. That first pitch is low and inside for a ball. So the count is 1-0. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefits Consultants, Roof Masters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson, all sponsoring the contest as they chase Albritton back to the bag. Count 1-0 here. So here comes a 1-0, and that pitch is fouled out of play. It's count 1-1 as Crowder has somebody starting to loosen out there in their bullpen. As it looks like, as here comes the 1-1. That pitch is high and outside, so the count 2-1. Connor Floyd is the one warming up out there in the bullpen for Crowder. So here comes the 2-1, and that pitch is high for a ball. And the count quickly moves to 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 the count here on Tinkoff. So here comes the 3-1. That's high for ball 4. So an error and a walk. And the first 2 runners are on for Jeffco. It's Michael Paul will be coming to the plate. And with it being the number 8 hitter, you have to think he'll be butting in. We may have a pitching change here. It's head coach, I believe that's head coach Travis Lolleman going out to talk to Hill. Floyd is all warmed up out there in the bullpen, and they are going to take the ball from Caleb Hill. So we'll take a timeout, come back with the pitching change after this here on the KNEO Sports Network.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
The law offices of Wood and Peterson is proud to be sponsoring this portion of Crowder College baseball on KNEO. Located at 119 South Washington in Neosho and at 431 Virginia Avenue in Joplin. They serve Southwest Missouri with personal claim representation. For more information, the phone number is 417-451-4141 or online at neoshoattorney.com. Be sure to listen to This Week in Crowder College, sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. on KNEO.
Connor Floyd comes in to pitch for the Rough Riders. Caleb Hill, 6+ innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 base on balls and 8 strikeouts. He is responsible for both runners on base, which those base runners are Albritton, who reached on an error, and then Tankoff, who walked. So runners will be on at first and second for Jeffco against Connor Floyd, as there is still nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning, as it's only a 3-1 Crowder lead. As Paul will come to the plate, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. I have to think a bunt play is in order, as he is going to try and bunt it. It's popped in the air, foul, and it's going to just sneak out of play, and so the count 0-1.
Oh, and they dodged a bullet there. That last thing they would have wanted to do, pop it up and give up an out right there, but it snuck over the backstop.
So 0-1 the count on Paul, with him 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. You have to figure the bunt play is still on, even though first baseman playing kind of deep. As here comes an 0-1, and that pitch is outside and maybe a little bit high. So they count 1 ball and 1 strike.
And just because you get, first and second with nobody out, these days you don't have a whole lot of people go straight to the sack bunt anymore.
So the 1-1 is bunted out of play, foul. And so now the count will move to a ball and 2 strikes.
I personally would like to think that in order to beat Crowder, you're going to need more than those 2 runs. So I think I would have possibly been swinging away to try to get more than 2 this inning.
So the count 1-2 here on Paul, as he is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. So here comes a 1-2, and that pitch is low for a ball. And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Whew, that was a really good pitch.
A lot of people thought it might have been strike 3, the only man that mattered, didn't it? So here comes a 2-2. That 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and Paul now 0 for 3 on the afternoon.
And a nice hard fastball up in the zone, and just blew it right by him.
Peyton Howard will come to the plate. He struck out in the 2nd, and he walked in the 5th. As he is the 9-hole hitter, and then you turn the lineup over to Gibson. And you would love a double play ball because Gibson 2 for 3 on the day, and he's caused a lot of havoc against Rough Rider pitching. So first pitch is a strike, so the count 0-1. So here comes an 0-1, and that ball right back to the middle. It's a 1-6 and a bad throw. The run will come in and score. And they're going to tag the runner, and the runner is out. And so the run does score. So it's a fielder's choice that allowed Howard to reach, and then a 6-3 putout. But the run comes in and scores, as it was a 1-6 putout. But that run comes in and scores, and they cut it to 3-2 on the error by the shortstop. Second error allowed him to score, but that will do it for the inning. For Jeffco in the inning, 1 run on no hits. There were 2 errors and nobody left on. And we are through 6.5 with it 3-2 Crowder here on the KNEO Sports Network.
John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men in American history, was asked, "How much money is enough money?" He smiled and answered, "A little bit more." It's true, isn't it? There never seems to be enough to satisfy a restless heart. We're made for something that will last forever, and nothing this world offers will ever fill the hole in our heart. We were made for a personal relationship with God, and He is the only one who can satisfy the emptiness we feel. God sent His Son Jesus to this earth for you. He was nailed to a cross where He bled and died to pay for every wrong thing you have ever done. Through the forgiveness that Christ offers, you can have a new start and eternal life, something this world can never provide. Learn how to begin a personal relationship with Jesus, one that will last forever. Call 888-NEED-HIM. Money is an empty substitute. Life with Jesus is forever. Call 888-NEED-HIM.
Nine, 1-2 for Crowder here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as it will be Gray, Chambers, and Patrick. Anybody it reaches, Holt will come to the plate, as we are here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as 2 throwing errors by the shortstop Mercado, as that ball is laced right to the first baseman, and he tags first for the putout.
The
And there is one down as Logan Chambers comes to the plate. And Jeffco has cut it to a one-run game here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, and here you go, Crowder Jeffco, and it's going to be a dogfight here in the last 3 innings. And Crowder's bats just, they're hitting some balls, but he's doing a good job keeping them off balance, and they're just not able to really string anything together.
As Chambers comes to the plate, he's 0 for 3. So that pitch is in the dirt, so the count is 1-0.
Lots of off-speed pitches, and I know you've seen some of these Crowder guys are swinging early in the count, and they're setting on those off-speed pitches. They just can't quite find any holes with them.
So 1-0 the count here on Chambers. And then Patrick is on deck. He'd love to make amends. It wasn't Patrick that had those errors. That ball is hit in the air to left center field and deep. And that ball is gone. The 3rd home run of the afternoon for the Rough Riders. And they get their 2-run lead back. It is now 4-2.
And another opposite field home run, and that tells you that he's feeding them a lot of off speed. Crowder's trying to set back and drive that stuff the other way, and it's a great piece of hitting, and almost cleared the bleachers out there past left center field.
Josh Patrick.
So Josh Patrick will come to the plate. He is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. All 3 flyouts, 2 to center field and 1 to right field as he takes a ball, so the count's 1-0.
It must feel good for Crowder to answer, giving up that 1 run in the top half of the inning and to already have answered and at least gotten that 1 run back for a little bit of breathing room.
As the 1-0 pitch is high and outside for a ball. And the count now moves to 2-0.
You got these two teams going at it. You got aluminum bats. No lead is safe, and so anything they can get will be. That
2-0 pitch is fouled out of play behind us, so the count now 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, they'll take any breathing room they can get, and Jeffco's not going to go easy.
Yesterday was about a 2.5-hour game. We're kind of on pace for that at the moment unless somebody explodes for a lot of runs. So here comes the 2-1, and that pitch is in the dirt. And the count now 3-1. All 4 runs today via the home run. A 2-run shot and 2 solo home runs. 3 home runs on the afternoon for Crowder. So here comes a 3-1. And that off-speed pitch hits the outside corner, and the count now full at 3-2. Graphics Connection, Crowder College, First Community Bank, and Max Steel all sponsoring the contest. As here comes a full count pitch. That pitch is laced towards the Jeffco bullpen and bounced back towards the stands. So the count will remain full at 3-2. So here comes another full count pitch. That 3-2 is fisted in the air, and it's going to drop for at least a single. He might try and take 2. A wide turn and a 1-out single there for Patrick. A nice job of hitting as he was way ahead, but he was able to fist it there into no man's land and get a 1-out single.
I'm probably just trying to fight that pitch off, a breaking ball, trying to throw him a backdoor breaking ball out over the plate on the outside corner, and didn't want to take a chance of being called strike 3 and just kind of, like I said, hit off the end of the bat and dropped it in right there, right over the third baseman's head down the line.
And we may have another pitching change here, and we do, so we'll take another timeout, come back with the pitching change after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
I turned on my computer the other day and realized how tired I've become of the picture on my desktop. When I first put it on there, it was great. But I've been looking at that same picture for more than a year, and finally I realized I can change it. Now when I turn on my computer, I have a new picture to look at, and it brightens my view each day. Sometimes I get that same feeling when I look in the mirror. I'm tired of what I see. I'd love to find a way to change that picture. The good news is that I can, through a relationship with Jesus Christ. This change comes from the inside out, and although it may not modify your physical appearance, the way you see yourself will be different. By finding peace with God, He can transform your heart to rid you of the bad feelings that cloud your outlook. He truly can make all things new. Find out more by calling 888-NEED-HIM. That number is 888-NEED-HIM.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
Eli Ekton will come into the game for Jeffco as Crowder has extended their lead to 4-2. They have a runner on here in the bottom of the 7th. Ekton 6 in the 3rd inning, 7 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 3 base on balls, and 3 strikeouts. And he is responsible for the runner at first base. That runner at first base is Josh Patrick. Helping support broadcasting on KNEO is Roper Honda. Roper Honda located at the corner of Rangeline and Newman Road in Joplin. Locations also on West 7th Street in Joplin and South Main and Webb City. More information available online at roperhonda.com as Peyton Holt will come to the plate. He has walked twice and grounded out. So he is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. As here comes the first pitch from Ekton, and that pitch is high for a ball. So the count is 1-0.
We'll see. I'm sure Crowder will be happy to get him out of there and get all those off-speed pitches out of there and maybe be able to hit some fastballs now.
So here comes a 1-0 pitch, and that pitch hits the top of the zone. And so the count is now a ball and a strike. 1-1 the count. As here comes a 1-1 to Holt. Out breaking ball almost hits him as he has to spin out of the way. And the count now a ball and 2 strikes. So 2-1 the count here on Holt. So here comes the 2-1. That pitch is inside. And the count now 3-1. Hill in line for the win for Crowder. He went 6+, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 base on balls, and 8 strikeouts. Fedink in line for the loss for Jeffco. So here comes the 3-1, and that pitch is low for ball 4. So a walk and a single, I should say a single and a walk, have runners at first and second for Landry Wilkerson, who is 1 for 3. He singled in his last plate appearance in the 5th. This is where Crowder really could blow it open. As Ekton looking for a sign. And Wilkerson calls time. It's taking a little bit too long. As here comes the first pitch to Wilkerson. That first pitch is hit to first on 2 hops. He only has the 1 play to first base, fielder's choice, as runners at second and third now with 2 outs for Glasgow, who is 2 for 3, a double, a single, and then grounded out to short in the 5th.
The first baseman, number 7, Gavin Glasgow.
It'd be nice to come through with a nice 2-out hit right here and score 1 or 2.
As umpire is jotting something down. Not exactly sure.
No, I'm not following what he would be writing down right now. There's no changes made.
So 2 outs here in the 7th. Crowder 1 run on a solo home run by Logan Chambers. They got 2 more sitting at second and third. So here comes the first pitch. And that breaking ball breaks over the plate. So the count is 0-1. No balls and a strike here on Glasgow. As Ecton looking to get out of a jam. As here comes an 0-1. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt and could not get a good read on that at third base was Patrick, and so he'll stay there. Count 1-1.
That's a tough one. You know, it kicked directly away from his sight line there at third base, so it's really hard to tell how far that is getting away from the plate. If that would have kicked on the other side over here, he would have easily been able to tell that and probably score. But
count is 1-1 here on Glasgow. Still 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Crowder did get that run back that they gave up in the top of the 7th, but they'd really like to extend the lead. Here comes a 1-1. That pitch is low and outside for a ball. Counts 2-1. I really don't think Ecton wants to face Cercello with the bases loaded and nowhere to put him.
no, I would think he would want to definitely go right at Gavin right here.
As here comes a 2-1. That 2-1 pitch hits the top of the zone. And the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he didn't like that one. A breaking ball up in the zone. Didn't quite look like it was low enough, but nonetheless, it's a strike, and now he's battling with 2.
So here comes a 2-2. That 2-2 pitch, he does a good job of fouling it off at the plate. So we'll do the 2-2 all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Crowder up 4-2. Ecton trying to work out of a jam. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. That 2-2 pitch is outside for a ball. And the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here. As Glasgow trying to bring home a couple of his buddies at second and third base. So here comes a full count pitch. That pitch is not offered at. It is a walk. Ball didn't kick too far away to allow Patrick to score. Now the bases are loaded for Cercello.
Frankie Cercello.
And good time to hit for Crowder here. Got Frankie up, bases loaded, and definitely a chance to blow this one open now.
As you're going to have a meeting at the mound. Wonder if they're going to change signs potentially.
Well, that's possible. They also have a left-handed pitcher getting ready in the bullpen, and Frankie's a lefty, and maybe just trying to talk and give him a few more throws before possibly making a pitching change.
As they are both looking down, the manager looking down there at the bullpen, and so you have to wonder if maybe.
Yeah, looks like they're going to stay with him. I mean,
yeah. As here comes the first pitch to Cercello, has a 2-run home run to his credit. As that pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. He has a 2-run home run. He is struck out looking, and he also has been hit by a pitch. 1-0 the count. Here on Cercello. As here comes the 1-0. That breaking ball he did not swing at. They're going to see if he went, and he did not. So the count now 2-0. Nice take there by Cercello, and now you have to wonder about him expecting a fastball. So 2-0 the count, as here comes the 2-0. And he was expecting that. Swung through it, so the count 2-1. I think he was expecting a fastball and got something else.
yeah, well, either way, he was definitely going to be taking a nice good swing and, give it a shot. And he'll be sitting on the same thing, same approach right here, 2-1. He's just wanting something out over the plate, something that he can drive.
As here comes the 2-1. That pitch is low and outside for a ball. Counts 3-1. He could pick up an RBI the easiest way possible if he takes another ball. 3-1 the count. As Ekton has been pretty wild, he has walked 2 of the 3 batters he has faced. As here comes a 3-1 pitch. That 3-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. And so he walked 3 of the 4 batters he faced. He walks in a run. It's an RBI walk for Cercello, as the bases will remain loaded now for Mercado, who had a solo home run his first time up.
Yeah, and you got to think, they got the left-hander throwing in the bullpen, and they missed their chance of bringing him in, because now I believe Crowder's got, 2 or 3 right-handed hitters in a row coming up.
As Mercado is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. 3 walks along with a ground out. So that pitch is outside for a ball, so the count's 1-0 as Ekton has not found the zone since he has come in. He has struggled immensely. As here comes a 1-0. That pitch swung on and missed, so the count 1-1. Tally Tire, Bobby Bryant of American Family Insurance, ProLube Maintenance Center, and Graphics Connection, all sponsors of the contest here this afternoon, as this has been a long 7th inning, and Crowder only has 2 runs to show for it so far. As here comes a 1-1. That pitch is high for a ball. Can't seem to find it.
Not at all, and just when we mentioned how quick this thing was going, it has grinded to a halt. That's what we get for talking about it.
And another pitching change, so we'll take the timeout with them. Come back after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
John D. Rockefeller, one of the richest men in American history, was asked, "How much money is enough money?" He smiled and answered, "A little bit more." It's true, isn't it? There never seems to be enough to satisfy a restless heart. We're made for something that will last forever, and nothing this world offers will ever fill the hole in our heart. We were made for a personal relationship with God, and He is the only one who can satisfy the emptiness we feel. God sent His Son Jesus to this earth for you. He was nailed to a cross where He bled and died to pay for every wrong thing you have ever done. Through the forgiveness that Christ offers, you can have a new start and eternal life, something this world can never provide. Learn how to begin a personal relationship with Jesus, one that will last forever. Call 888-NEED-HIM. Money is an empty substitute. Life with Jesus is forever. Call 888-NEED-HIM.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized for delivering quality specialty care safely and effectively. They were recently named a 2017 CareChex Top 100 in the nation for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Crowder up 5-2 as Eli Rivera comes in. Eli Ecton pitched a third of an inning. He did not allow any hits, but he walked 3. He is responsible for all 3 base runners on the base paths. So he did not give up a run. FedEx final line is 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 3 base on balls and 3 strikeouts. And Exton has allowed 3 base on balls and a 2-1 count here on Mercado. As this is the 8th batter to hit in the inning for Jeffco. That pitch is outside as it's still his warm-up pitches. See how many more, and that might be the final warm-up pitch for Eli Rivera.
Yeah, and we'll see, but him warming up didn't look too much better than the last guy. He's all over the place.
Sponsors here this afternoon: Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Insurance Benefits Consultants, Roofmasters Remodeling, and the law offices of Wood and Peterson. Mercado in the middle of an at-bat. He has a 2-1 count on him. Not very often you see somebody get pulled in the middle of an at-bat.
No, not at all, and that's what I thought is the previous guy had already walked 3 of the 4 hitters. Why do you even let him start against this guy if you're going to pull him once he gets a 2-1 count?
So here comes a 2-1 to Mercado, and that pitch is laced foul to the screen. And the count now full. I shouldn't say full. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count here on Mercado. As here comes a 2-2 from Rivera. That 2-2 is outside for a ball. And the count now full at 3-2. Crowder would take a walk here. If you can hit something in the gap, Cercello will have a running start, and he potentially could come around and score. As here comes a full count pitch. That pitch is laced foul into the screen. So the count will remain full at 3-2.
Crowder runners are moving. Finding a gap right here would possibly score 3.
As here comes another full count pitch. That pitch also laced foul. And so Mercado doing a good job of staying alive.
Well, you can tell he's definitely sitting on the breaking ball and fouling a couple tough fastballs to the screen.
As here comes another full count pitch from Rivera. And that pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. So 3 straight base on balls. And a run is in for Crowder. As it's the 3rd run of the inning.
Number 8.
As the lead now goes to 6-2 as Chaz Poppy comes to the plate. Crowder has 3 runs on 2 base hits so far. The bases will remain loaded. That first pitch is a ball.
And again, breaking ball down in the zone, and definitely seems like Jeffco does not want to give Crowder very many fastballs to take swings at.
As here comes a 1-0. That 1-0 pitch is spoiled foul out of play. And so the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one the count here on Poppy. He is the 9th batter to bat in the inning. 1-1 is just inside. And so the count now 2-1. And with the inning that Jeffco pitchers have had, you're not going to get that call. As here comes a 2-1 pitch. That 2-1 pitch hits him.
Hits him right in the foot, it looked like.
So he'll get an RBI on a hit by pitch. And another run comes in to score.
Number 1, Clayton Gray.
As Clayton Gray will come to the plate. So runners are at first, or the bases continue to be loaded, I should say, for Clayton Gray. That pitch is swung on and missed, so the count's on 1. Gray started off the 7th inning, grounding out to first. 4 runs on 2 base hits. And there has been 4 walks and a hit by pitch in the inning as well. That ball is low, so the count is 1 ball and 1 strike as Crowder has ballooned the lead to 5 at 7-2. If he could get a hold of one, make it 11-2. As here comes the 1-1 pitch to Gray. That pitch is outside for a ball. And the count now 2-1.
Definitely struggling out there, and no pace, no control, and Jeffco's just having a hard time right now.
Here comes the 2-1, and that pitch is laced back to the screen. So the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. A 1-out home run started the rally for Crowder. A single, a walk, a ground out, walk, hit by pitch. As here comes the 2-2. And that pitch almost hits Gray. And the count now full at 3-2. As somebody else warming in the bullpen for Jeffco.
And here we go again. Runners are going to be moving, and
as here comes the full count pitch. That pitch is low for ball 4. So Rivera has come in and he has walked 2. As the bases continue to be loaded.
And we're going to have another pitching change as Jeffco pitching coach is on his way out.
Take another timeout. Back with more after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
The Bible says we have all sinned, we've all come short of God's glory, that the wages of sin is death. Now listen to this. All of us have sinned, okay? You have sinned, I have sinned, and we've come short. We've fallen short of God's standards, okay? And the Bible says that the wages of sin, now this is the penalty. The penalty of breaking God's law is death. Now this is separation from God for eternity, spiritual death forever and ever and ever. That's the wages of sin. You're under the sentence of death. There is no hope outside of Jesus Christ.
As Franklin Graham says, for you, for everyone, the only hope is a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. To begin that personal relationship, call us at the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association toll-free at 866-JESUS-CARES or click billygraham.org.
On the outside, but most of us are green with envy on the inside. Many of us want the latest and greatest new gadget, thinking that if we have that new thing, then we'll be satisfied.
Hey, check out my new phone. It's got Turbo Flex. Hey, that's cool. What is that?
But when our envy causes us to seek satisfaction from stuff, it takes our focus away from being satisfied with God. And the Bible says that being envious is a sin. Are you guilty of envy sometimes? I know I am.
Logan Chambers coming to the plate for the Rough Riders. He has already hit a home run in this inning. If he hit a home run here, the ball game would be over. As Chambers 1 for 4. As Herrick gets a strike called, so the count 0-1. 5 walks, a hit by pitch in the inning as well. Eli Ecton's final line, when we have a second, we'll give it to you. That pitch is outside for a ball, so the count's 1-1. Ecton's final line was a third of an inning. No hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 base on balls. Eli Rivera is responsible for all 3 base runners on the base paths. So he potentially has 3 runs to his name as well. So that pitch is high for a ball. Counts 2-1. As Crowder has the 8-2 lead. They have scored 5 times in the inning. And lately it's just been a walk parade. So the 2-1 is in the dirt. Count now 3 balls and a strike. And it seems like no Jeffco pitcher, once they get inside those white lines, can find the strike zone. As this is the 4th pitcher in this inning alone. The 3-1 pitch is popped in the air foul, and it's going to get out of play, so the count is now 3-2. Started the inning with a 3-2 Crowder lead. Crowder has 5 runs in the inning on only 2 base hits. Count now full on Chambers, so all 3 runners will be in motion. So here comes the full count pitch, and that pitch is laced in the air deep to center field, and it is over the center fielder's head. It'll go all the way to the wall, and Crowder will score 2 as that will end the ball game as they win this one in 7 innings, 10-2. We'll take a timeout, come back with the post-game show brought to you by Crowder College, Roof Masters Remodeling, and Insurance Benefits Consulting after this on the KNEO Sports Network.
We know your future plans and college plans may have changed, but your goals have not.
Crowder College is here to serve you.
Whether you plan to start a career or transfer to a university, Crowder provides opportunities to keep your dreams alive.
Providing personalized attention, affordable tuition, convenient access, hands-on experience, and transferable options are our specialties.
We're your neighbors and your friends. Crowder.edu.
We are much more than an education.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
Insurance Benefits Consultants at 1009 Neosho Boulevard is proud to be a part of the local community and wants to thank everyone for allowing them to serve them. They offer individual and group payroll deducted supplemental benefits for those who have an injury or accident which keeps them from working. For more information, the phone number for Jay Boyce at Insurance Benefits Consultants is 417-451-4244 or online at ibcneosho.com. Proud to support Crowder College.
Leads to a storm when disaster strikes. You gotta get informed.
Go with a winning team that will get the job done right. Roof Masters Remodeling is the professional team you can count on for all your roofing and home exterior needs. Call Roof Masters Remodeling today for your free estimate at 417-726-5226.
Restoration done right. Roof Masters. Roof Masters Remodeling.
All right, raise your hand if you're looking for something to make you happy. How about both hands, unless you're driving? The problem with living for a moment of pleasure is that it's so short and doesn't last. It's like waiting in line for 4 hours at an amusement park for a ride that lasts only 2 or 3 minutes. You anxiously wait for the weekend to do your own thing, yet you know that deep down inside of you that something is missing. That something is a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, the God of the universe. You say, what do I have to do? Well, first you must repent of sin. Repent means change your mind and go the other way. Talk to God and say, God, I've sinned against you. I'm sorry that I've done that. I'm willing to change my way of living. Ask God to come into your life, to take over and help you change the way you live. You'll be a new person and you'll find long-lasting joy. Call 888-NEED-HIM and learn how to have a relationship with Jesus. That's 888-NEED-HIM.
And we welcome you back here to the post-game show. Post-game show brought to you by Crowder College, Roof Masters Remodeling, and Insurance Benefits Consultants, as Crowder College with the 10-2 victory here this afternoon, and Crowder advances to tomorrow afternoon championship game. It's scheduled to start at noon. Obviously, weather in the area, we're hoping that we can get that contest in, but there are no guarantees on that. But they will face the winner of this final contest between Jeffco and St. Charles. Both those teams beat Crowder once this year, but they're going to have to somehow beat Crowder twice tomorrow, which we both know that will be a pretty tall task for whoever wins tonight.
Yeah, you know, Crowder's in the driver's seat. That's right where they want to be. And, you know, based on the way they've played all year, I'd really be shocked if somebody would be able to come back and not only win this game here tonight, but then also win 2 more tomorrow. And so you got to feel good about where Crowder's sitting and take care of business tomorrow and be on your way to the district tournament, you know, just a couple wins away from a potential World Series.
Crowder 10 runs on 8 hits, and it really was that 7th inning where everything fell apart for that Jeffco pitching staff.
Yeah, you know, Crowder was having a tough time there for a few innings. They got a few on the board there in the second, hit some balls hard, and the Jeffco pitcher really kept him off balance and did a really good job. And Crowder just wore him down, and he finally got tired, and they got to him, and they apparently have nobody to go to. So lack of depth in the bullpen by Jeffco just opened the door for Crowder to go on a route and end the game early.
Braden Fetting went 6 1/3 for Jeffco. 7 hits, 5 run, all 5 earned, 3 base on balls, and 3 strikeouts. You got to give him a lot of credit, like you said. Really, it was only that second inning where he really had big trouble, and then obviously a solo home run there by Logan Chambers in the 7th that kicked him out of the ballgame.
Yeah, he did. He did a really good job. You know, Crowder, like we've talked about, they've hit a lot of home runs this year. Their offense has been really potent. Not very many people have held him in check, and he did a pretty good job for most of the game, with the exception of a couple pitches there to the middle of the order in the second inning.
Like you said, Jeffco didn't have anybody in relief. Eli Ecton came in. He walked 4. Eli Rivera walked 1 as well. On the flip side for Crowder, Caleb Hill picks up the victory. He goes 6+ innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 3 base on balls, 8 strikeouts. Connor Floyd an inning, and he finished with a strikeout. He only had 7 pitches, so you have to think probably tomorrow pretty much everybody will be available for Crowder.
You would think so, yeah. I mean, again, they're sitting right where they want to be, and they've got plenty of depth. That's one of the great things about the club this year is they do have a lot of depth when they're all healthy, and shouldn't have any problems having enough guys to get through, 1, if not 2 games. They should have plenty to get through it on the mound.
So Crowder advances to tomorrow afternoon's championship game. It's supposed to start right around noontime. If that's the case, we'll have that contest live for you once again on our YouTube page. So for Garrett Crane, I'm Ben Wolcott saying so long here from Joe Becker Stadium. Your final score for the final time: Crowder improves to 48-6 overall with the 10-2 lead. Your postgame show brought to you by Crowder College, Roofmasters Remodeling, and Insurance Benefits Consulting. We thank you so much for watching Crowder College Baseball here on the KNEO Sports Network.